My name is Alina. I am 29. I live in a small apartment in Karachi. Life has been quiet, lonely, and heavy for me. After my divorce, I felt like the walls around me were closing in. I go to work, come back, eat, sleep, and repeat. My days are empty, my nights colder. I lost my trust in people. My only comfort is the occasional phone call from my sister, Samira. But even she has her life, and I never wanted to burden her with mine. I remember the day everything changed. It was a rainy evening. I was returning from work, tired and soaked. Samira called me, her voice trembling. Alina, can you come over? It's important. I hesitated, sensing something urgent. But something in her voice drew me in. I grabbed my coat and ran through the pouring rain. When I reached her small house, the door was slightly open. I stepped in. Samira was sitting on the floor, holding a small bundle. She looked up, tears in her eyes. Alina, this is my secret, she whispered. I didn't know where else to turn. I froze. The bundle moved slightly. A soft whimper reached my ears. Samira's secret child. She had hidden him for months, maybe years, and never told anyone. I knelt beside her. My heart pounded. Why didn't you tell me? I asked softly. She shook her head. I was scared. I didn't want anyone to judge me. I didn't know if I could handle it. Her hands trembled as she placed the baby in mine. Warm, tiny fingers gripped mine. I felt a rush of love and fear all at once. Days passed slowly after that night. I stayed with Samira and her child, Ahmed. Every morning, I helped with his small feedings. Every evening, I sang lullabies I had forgotten from my own childhood. He's beautiful, I whispered one night as he slept in my arms. Samira smiled, exhausted but relieved. We would sit for hours, talking softly about everything and nothing. About our childhood, our dreams, our regrets. Slowly, our bond grew stronger. Do you remember the old mango tree? I asked Samira one afternoon. We were sitting in her tiny balcony, Ahmed asleep in his crib. She laughed quietly. Yes, you used to climb it and scare me every time. I smiled, feeling the warmth of shared memories. Life seemed softer. The world outside didn't feel so cold. But one evening, the peace broke. A man arrived at her door, tall, stern, and angry. Where is my son? He demanded. Samira froze. He can't take him, she stammered. The man, Ahmed's father, had found her. My heart sank. The man's words were sharp, cruel, demanding custody. You cannot hide him from me. He is mine. Samira's eyes filled with tears. I felt my chest tighten. I wanted to protect her, to protect Ahmed. But the law, the world, it seemed so cruel. I spent that night holding Ahmed close, rocking him gently. Samira was crying silently, leaning against the wall. I whispered, it's going to be okay. We'll find a way. But deep inside, I knew things would never be the same. The next day, the man returned with papers. He wanted Ahmed, no matter the cost. Samira tried to explain, but he didn't listen. I watched my sister's world shatter piece by piece. Then came the day of truth. Samira confessed everything to me. Alina. I lied to protect him, to protect myself. I thought if I hid him, I could raise him safely. But I was wrong. My hands shook. Ahmed was in his crib, unaware of the storm around him. I knelt down, touching Samira's shoulder. You did what you thought was best. That doesn't make you a bad sister. That makes you human. The next hours were unbearable. Court calls, arguments, tears, and silence. I held Samira while she cried. I carried Ahmed when he whimpered for milk. The night was long and cold, but we survived it together. And in that silence, a quiet realization came. Family isn't just about blood or law. It's about love, about being there when it matters most. Weeks passed. Samira's battle for Ahmed's custody was not easy. She had to face her fears, her mistakes, and the harsh judgments of strangers. I stayed by her side every day. We laughed softly when Ahmed finally smiled at both of us. We cried when she received small victories in court. Each moment was heavy, yet healing. One quiet evening, I watched Samira and Ahmed play in the living room. She had built a small fort with blankets. Ahmed crawled inside, giggling. Samira followed him, her laughter soft and broken in the best way. I realized then that secrets, no matter how heavy, could lead to new beginnings. That love, patience, and courage could heal wounds that seemed impossible to mend. I hugged Samira that night, feeling her warmth. We survived, I whispered. She nodded, tears glistening. Yes, together. The house was quiet now, filled with the gentle sounds of our small family. For the first time in years, I felt hope bloom inside me. The world outside was still unpredictable and harsh. But here, in this small space, love had found a way. And I learned something important. Life can break you, secrets can hurt, and fear can paralyze you. But courage, love, and family can heal the deepest wounds. Ahmed, tiny as he was, had reminded us all of the strength of the human heart. My sister, my baby nephew, and our lives were fragile, but our bond was unbreakable. I closed my eyes that night, listening to the soft breathing of both Samira and Ahmed. I felt peace. Real, quiet, and soft. Life was still hard. But we had survived the storm. And that was enough.